My daughter finds it hard to fall asleep at bedtime. More often than not, she's up until 10. I suppose that wouldn't be so bad, but she's only 4 and she should be sleeping much more. But it never really bothered me. I stay up rather late as well, and with her near me, I have someone else to talk to. Sometimes we have wild discussions about aliens, horses of all kinds, some with wings, some with horns, and the kind of horses all little girls dream about. But tonight we were talking about monsters. This struck me as a little odd because she never wanted to talk about anything scary, and the kind of monsters she was talking about were rather frightening to me. For whatever reason, she thought up this monster with jagged teeth to rip into flesh. It had scales like a fish, slimy and tough, like the armor of an armadillo, but that wasn't the scariest part. That honor was given to what it would do to its prey. The monster will stalk you for a while, perhaps even get you to trust it, then attack. When I asked my daughter how this happens, she couldn't think of an answer. Maybe because she was still young and couldn't think of how to manipulate people that well yet. But regardless, I was happy she couldn't think of one. She had fallen asleep at 10:15, which was lucky for me because she started to freak me out with all that monster talk. I picked her up and carried her off to bed. My eyes widened when I was about to lay her down. She was already in her bed. I looked down at the child I was carrying. Its eyes were open and black. Sometimes I can hear it pacing around my bed. It's kinda in a hurried motion, as if he had more than 2 feet, which he doesn't. I know because sometimes I catch a glimpse of him. He looks a bit anorexic, if he's even human. For all I know, he could have been buff for his kind, if there is any more of his kind. God, I hope not. His mouth is wider than anything I've ever seen. I think he either broke his jaw or has no jaw. Another thing that doesn't help the fact that his large, gaping hole of a mouth is accompanied by 2 beady eyes with black skin surrounding them. Another thing that I know is that he is blind. I once met his eyes, but he turned as if I wasn't there. I try to meet his eyes a lot, but I get no response. What makes up for his loss of eyesight is his sensitive hearing. Once my cat jumped off the couch and the beast heard it from my room. He bolted out of my room and then silence. The next day my cat was found dead in the backyard, and they all thought a coyote or stray dog had killed it. I could only make out a huge human-like bite mark under its torso. He had killed it. He had to have. I have never seen anything that could make a bite so large. All I could say is that a coyote could not have possibly created such a huge bite. Tonight was different, though. I had to sneeze, and I did, but the pillow muffled it. I didn't think he noticed. He just turned and scratched my closet door. At least that's what I thought he was doing. After a while, it seemed that he was writing something. To my amazement, he was. I started freaking out once I lost sight of him in the darkness. The only thing that calmed me was the complete silence. My pupils dilated and I can see in the dark. I saw in the corner where he once creeped too, and he wasn't there. Then I heard at the foot of my bed a growl, like an angry dog's growl. My heart sunk deep into my chest and my heart rate must have slowed down a lot. Even after this, I dare not move. As it crawled slowly closer to my face, I read its message carved into my closet door. I heard you. There has always been a theory dashing around humans that there is life outside of our planet. That theory is technically correct, but not in the traditional sense. There is indeed life outside our planet, a single life, a single alien, a very lonely one. All it wants is a few friends, but sadly, it's too far for your technology to travel at this time. It's constantly surrounded by the corpses of its creators, the creator before that, and so on. You see, the way this species works is it births a single offspring with a single parent. The parent then dies, leaving the offspring to live on its own, to live its own life. It has to walk through its world knowing its reason its creator is dead. It's reason that there's another one of those lifeless shells spread across its planet. I inform you of this not because it's dangerous, because it's endangered. You human freaks need to speed up your technology and save it before the monsters reach it. Those that threaten this poor alien are ones that can be easily stopped. If you have a Model 9 AGS 9021 compact laser rifle, but you shouldn't have those for a few hundred years. So that is to say, they're nearly unstoppable at this time. But you can find it on the alien's planet. It doesn't know it, but it holds one of the strongest weapons of all time in its tiny infant hands. If you can reach it in time, it'll kindly give it to you. If not, the monsters will surely have ripped it from the alien's cold dead hands, driving the species to extinction. The species used to have millions to be one of those most feared races in the universe. The monsters, different from these, wiped them out. Now, as I said earlier, the alien shouldn't be feared, but what you should be afraid of is the fact that the home planet for these monsters is Earth. And I'm pretty sure that was their shuttle they just sent off, not yours. If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons, and I'll see you all next time.